it's still whether or not you would trade Tyrese Maxey for Damian Lillard. And that's a hot button question. I could honestly see both sides of this argument. Me, I would do a trade that brings Dame Lillard to Philadelphia. I would do that trade. Yes, I would trade Tyrese Maxey for Dame Lillard. If Portland calls and offers you Dame Lillard and say, look, we can't work out anything with Miami, one of his other top 3 team, and this is all hypothetical, but we know Miami is the number 1 spot. He only wants to go to Miami. It's Miami and everything else sucks. But if somehow you could get to the, I don't know, less sucking neighborhood as opposed to just not going to anywhere other than Miami, if somehow you could creep into the mind of Dame Lillard that he would want to come to Philadelphia and play with Joel Embiid and all that, if you could somehow get here, and a lot has to happen before that, whether or not James Harden is still here, whether or not you're going to trade Tyrese Maxey, whether or not you're going to trade Tobias Harris, because you got to make that money match, as we all know, and it gets drilled into our heads time and time again. If somehow, or it's a 3-team deal, and you end up sending Harden to the Clippers and Maxey out to Portland, and all the hypotheticals that have been put out there, I would do the deal, and here's why. This is the window. I think it's obvious as to why you would do the deal: to win now. You have the MVP of the league now. You have a window of 2-3 years, maybe, to win a championship. And if Dame Lillard comes here, your odds are a lot better to win a championship. Now, why wouldn't now? Again, for the record, I would do that deal. I would trade Maxey for Dame Lillard to win now. Here's the other side of it. And here's why I understand why some people are torn on this. A lot of people don't believe that they're going to win with Joel Embiid, even if Dame Lillard comes here. So what is the window really? Do you really have a 2 or 3 year window if Dame Lillard comes here with Joel Embiid? Or do you just think Joel Embiid is just not going to win no matter who the Sixers pair him with, no matter who Daryl Morey trades him for? And if you do think that there's no chance for the Sixers to win a championship with Joel Embiid, and you've already seen enough of Joel Embiid, and maybe you're even on the hate train for Joel Embiid, and you just don't like the guy, and you don't think he's ever going to win, then yeah, you don't make this trade. Because with Embiid and Lillard here, let's say that your window is 2 to 3 years. With Tyrese Maxey, holding on to Tyrese Maxey, that makes you think that you could possibly have a window of 10 years to win a championship. If Tyrese Maxey, let's say they have that gap year. Let's say Tyrese Maxey has the opportunity to really flourish. Let's say Tyrese Maxey has the opportunity to really become the second scorer behind Joel Embiid, ahead of James Harden. If you have a year where you ship away Harden, possibly still hold on to Tobias Harris, that's not going to affect. I mean, if Harden isn't here, Maxey is going to flourish. That's what I believe. He's going to take those major steps forward. So if you do have him as your second scorer, if you do have him as your number 1 guard on this team, I think he is going to take it and run with it. Now, can he be an all-star? Can he be a potential MVP in the league? If his ceiling is an all-star, if his ceiling is even at some point in the season getting involved in the MVP conversation, well, then, yeah, you shouldn't do that deal. If you believe that Tyrese Maxey will grow into being Dame Lillard, if you believe Tyrese Maxey will grow into being a 30-point-per-game type of player, if you believe Tyrese Maxey will grow into at least being an all-star, then no way, shape, or form are you making that deal. Now, I love Tyrese Maxey. I do not want to trade Tyrese Maxey. And I can't think of a better compliment or a better way to express my love for Tyrese Maxey other than saying, yeah, there's one guy I'd probably trade Tyrese Maxey for, that's Dame Lillard. That means you really respect what Tyrese Maxey is, and you really respect what he could be. Now, the reason I would, to go back to it, do the deal, is because I want to win now. And to look at a kid that you've been watching, for his first 3 years of his NBA career and realize how good he has been, I think he can grow in something close to what Dame Lillard is, but I don't think he'll be Dame Lillard. I don't think he'll be a I don't think he'll be a 30 points per game type of scorer in the NBA. But I do think he'll be a number 1 option for a team. And I think it'd be a number 1 option for a couple of teams. More than a handful of teams in the NBA. But when it comes to Maxey right now, and it comes to the Sixers right now, this is the time to win. If you think Tyrese Maxey is going to be an MVP of the league, then you hold on to him. I don't think he's going to be an MVP of the league. And if you could have a guy like Joel Embiid here already who is an MVP, I add to that, and I try to win as fast as humanly possible.